Well, what's going on, guys? This is day 2 of walking you through what I do as a marine tech. Fuck. Alright, so yesterday we were working on all of that. I showed y'all kind of installing all that, all the measuring, sped it up so y'all didn't get bored with me taping shit off and stuff. Today, we're going to be moving over to another boat I'm working on. That one has to get some fiberglass work done in the tower. There's like a little chip spot there. So on this one, another large project going on. Got everything disconnected. So they got a new porter bracket put on. Installed that a couple days ago. Got holes from the old power pole. So today we're going to put on new power pole pump. Maybe we'll get to putting the actual power poles on. We're gonna hang the motor and put some underwater lights down here. This is right there, just some power steering lines, engine rigging. These hoses are for quarter bracket pump, and that's the power steering lines that go down there. So I had everything taped up. Oh, it's dirty under there because we acid washed the bottom of the hole. Used some product called Hole Cleaner by Starbright, I think. This shit worked really good. We lifted the boat off the trailer, and it was pretty yellow and brown underneath here. You can still see the whole hull looked like this. The entire bottom of the boat looked like this. This area was actually mist being sprayed, so it's gonna be resprayed. But you can see, I mean, it took that shit off nice. So we'll respray some of the areas that were missed. I think a poppet was here, is why, because this trailer was pulled off and now the poppet's moved. We'll get it sprayed. Yeah, there's the Yamaha 300s going on there. Got some Costco pre-energy, pre-workout. That shit's great. So yeah, we're gonna hang that motor and put some underwater lights on. Alright, getting set up to install some Lumitech. We're gonna put in two of these Quattro Sea Blazes by Lumitech. These are the RGB ones, so they're gonna be controlled just by a switch on the dash. Alright, so get this measured and drawn up. Common mistake people make with these C-Pro is they will drill the hole for this wire, but if you see this barrel right here actually goes into the hole to flush mount it, so you have to size your drill bit off of this. It tells you on there 1/2 inch. Some people actually go a little bit bigger, so you have room for some 5200 to really squish in there. I'm going to start with the 1/2 inch. If it needs to be bigger, I'll go from there. Go like that. And that right there is a half inch. And this is probably one of the more controversial things I do with boat building. I like to use a center punch, and if you have this set to heavy, you will chip a quarter-size piece of gel coat off the back of the boat. So I literally turn it, adjust the spring so that it's very light, just enough to give me a dimple to get my drill bit started. So I actually don't like how that fits on the back side. So I know I'm putting 5200 behind it. I know it's going to hold it off the boat a little bit. So I'm going to wallow out this hole just a little bit more. Might even use the 1/2 inch drill bit, just kind of ream the outside the hole, just so I can get a really flush fit. So when I put the 5200 on there to seal it and screw it in, it just evenly pulls against it. There's no wobble, no play in it. Just you don't want something that's this far below the water line to have any chance of water intrusion. You don't want it to leak. You don't want your transom to start filling up. Just to be constantly wet. You don't want your bilge to start filling up. So we're just gonna make sure this fits really nice and flush. Yeah, that's all it took. It is much more secure, much more flat. There's no give in it at all. So we're gonna do the same to the other side. Then we're gonna get these 3 mounting holes marked and pre-drilled. We'll tap the holes. We'll run a screw in them, make sure that they fit right, and then we'll get these hooked up from the outside. All right, so got the holes drilled for those 2 underwater lights. Right side looks a little higher for me, but I measured and it's actually fine. It's just because the boat's not sitting on the trailer flat. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna test fit the lights and go ahead and get those installed. You always gotta make sure when drilling into gel coat, you always have to make sure that you countersink. I usually have a drill that I just keep set up with a countersink bit on it. It's my smaller little M12. I use my M18 for most of the drilling through fiberglass. It just cuts right through it, and a little frapper gun for putting in the screws. I'm gonna hit myself in the fucking face. So this just prevents gel coat from cracking. Now we're gonna I do like to tap, for lack of a better term, these, and the one tip, don't fucking goop up with 5200. Don't put it on the boat, because when you run your cable, it just gets everywhere. I'll show you what I mean. Like if I put the 5200 on the boat, then I have to run my wire through it and everything, when it would be so much easier to just goop it up around through here, and then go around there, and it doesn't really bother me if it covers the screw holes. I actually like it. It gets driven into the hole. So you're gonna do something like that. I'm actually gonna build it up just a hair around here, and this is gonna get spread out. So now I can run the cable through without getting 5200 all over it. This right here. And we're just gonna go around. Clean up all the excess. $5,200. Perfect. I only used one. Now we're gonna get our prep salts, a degreaser, or you could use alcohol. That's more common. This particular place I work at, they just use prep salt. It's actually the first place I've worked at that uses prep salt. I've never heard of it before. It's like an automotive degreaser. Rag. I keep it in a spray bottle, just makes it easier. I'm just gonna get a rag real wet. Hopefully this bottle doesn't break on me. And go around here, spray the outside. That's all we need. And we come in here, clean this bad boy up. Oh, and look, I get to show y'all where I made a mistake. I didn't even catch it. Oh, that one looks good, cleaned out. I need to clean up a little bit more at the bottom. But as I was cleaning this one, looks good. The screw head popped off, I didn't even notice. There it is right there. So now I get to drill that screw out as quickly as possible and freaking pull it out, and I'm gonna have to find a fucking silicone replacement, not silicone, carbide, whatever this is, bronze silicone screw. Fuck. This is what I'm gonna use to get the screw out. Drill it with this, tap this into the screw, and then this is see the spiral's opposite of this one, so you turn it and it'll pop the screw out. Got it out. Shit sucked.